I will say by the content and the suggestions that young people give. Of course, numbers are important and we have a great vision. We're envisioning 150 delegates in person, 20,000 virtually, but this is not to me the only success indicator. The success indicator is ensuring that all these 20,000 young people virtually provide inputs and meaningfully engage throughout the conversation, and all their suggestions are then incorporated into our post-summit agenda. Seeing a program that is co-created by young people, that's for me the biggest success.
There are many challenges facing young people on the African continent. The biggest one of them is that each and every one of the young people in Africa have the desire to become a leader. I think investments should be made more to build the capacity of young people in Africa to become effective leaders.
MC Benny.
Come on, East Africa. This a party.
Tell them. Afrika Mashariki. Twaja pamoja.
From country to country, yeah. We gotta work together. We are leaders now. Aiming high for the better. Together. To make our nations greater. While sharing to empower. So you lead, I lead, we lead together. So you lead, I lead, we lead together. We will lead, let your dream be a reality. We will lead, let your dream be a reality.
Together we'll shape with responsibility as young people. With ability, here we are to take the opportunity to raise the flag of East Africa. Together with love, together with peace, together respond to our need. Together transform our community as we see light and a brighter future. Let's join hands for youth and women.
Afrika Mashariki yote twaungana, vijana vijana toka Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, Burundi hadi South Sudan na Rwanda. Twaja pamoja ili fanye nini? Vijana wote.
I lead, we lead together. So you lead, I lead, we lead together. We will lead, let your dream be a reality. We will lead, let your dream be a reality.
All right. Like the song ends, let the dream be a reality. Good morning, Africa, and welcome to yet another segment of the African Pulse Check-in. My name is Sebastian. I am the East African Community Youth Ambassador for Uganda. I'm also the regional coordinator of the East African Community Youth Ambassadors platform. And today we are having quite the guests. Today we, as always, you know that the discipline of the check-in is that you tell us where you are from and what is happening where you are. And today we are specifically going to be discussing about the East African Community Youth Agenda, co-creating the East Africa we want. And today we have consortium members of ULEAD and EAC app from the Republic of Uganda who are going to explain to us how they are envisioning the conversations around co-creating the East African we want that will be launched during the ULEAD summit. And we shall be hearing more about what they do. And without further ado, I just want to invite the guests we have today so that they can introduce themselves and the organizations they are working for and what those organizations do before we proceed with other conversations. All right, I think I'll start with you, Maureen.
Thank you, Sebastian. Everyone out watching, my name is Tukahiro, and I'm calling you. Well, right now, I would say it's a bright morning. Weather experiences we've had down hours of rain, and it would be a blessing, first of all, to our country. I don't know how it's been in other countries, but here in Uganda, it's been kind of a rainy season or a rainy period. I'm representing African Youth Charter Hustlers by the Envoy's office. I'm also part of the Youth Action Force. This is also an entity that is spearheaded by the Office of the Prime Minister here in that is entirely promoting SDGs at local. Thank you so much for this. Over to you, Sebastian.
All right, thank you. I think now we shall fly to Harriet. Harriet, it is exciting to have you, considering the challenges with your time difference and all. We are glad that you can make the time. If you could introduce yourself. Harriet? Harriet, can you hear me? Okay, I think Harriet can't hear us well. I'll come to you, David. I'm excited to hear where you are this morning.
Oh yes, Sebastian. Good morning. I am at a very crowded place here. So yes, I'm called Demolot Alan David, checking in from Uganda. Just like Maureen, I am the net of the African Youth Charter Hustlers Uganda, an initiative, of course, supported by the African Union Youth Envoy and African Union Commission, mainly aimed at increasing youth participation in all spheres of governance, but most importantly, promote youth-led accountability, which has been a big issue in most African states. As you may know, Uganda per se has in the last elections brought in quite a number of youth in the leadership, but most of these youth lack mentorship. And so what we do as the hustlers mainly do empowerment of such youth. So youth-led accountability, and of course promote their participation in all spheres of government. So that's what we do. That's what we push for, and that's what we advocate for. So coming back to where I'm checking in from Chira Primary School, where I woke up this morning just to get the COVID-19 vaccines before they expire. It so happens that we have in the country that are yet to expire, I think either today or tomorrow. So we are one of those. I'm only praying that I don't get the expired vaccine this morning. But yes, it's good to be here this morning. Yeah, thank you.
We wish you all the best with your struggles of getting vaccinated, and congratulations upon finally taking the brave decision. Harriet, can you hear us now? Okay. While we wait for Harriet to connect with us, you're most welcome, our colleagues from the Youth Charter Hustlers. And we are always happy to have you. Today, the discussions we are going to be having are largely around the East African Community Youth Agenda. And these conversations are towards the East Africa we want. And the biggest conversation is going to be around how young people across the East African community can partner. But before then, I just want to recognize the presence of Barimwabo David Ramos. David says he's from Burundi. You're most welcome, David. And we have Salva Mboni. Salva, you have not mentioned which country you're tuning in from, but you say, please, how can I get that song? The Yulid song, just go to YouTube. When you hit YouTube, there is the when you go to YouTube, just go to the Yulid Africa page and you will be able to find the Yulid official song. So feel free to go to YouTube and get the song for yourself. And I know that it is a song that can grow on you. So yeah, that's how you can get the song. Okay, so now fast forward, before we jump into the conversations of the youth agenda, I just want to come to you, Maureen, and I know that you are part of the team that works very, very closely with the interaction on social media and promotion of the work of the Youth Charter Hustlers. Am I right? Maureen, is that true? Okay,
Yes,
so I just want
I'm part of the communications and events.
Great. I just want to understand how then do you think how best do you think young people in the region can be reached out to? And I'm speaking with consideration that there are those that are tech savvy, the ones that have access to internet, have access to mobile devices that can support internet. But then there's also that other group, which in most East African countries, and actually most African countries, is the larger group. How best do you think we can have our information, our message sent to them?
Thank you very much, Sebastian. First of all, I want to speak in regards to some of the events that I have looked at and how we can be able to, strengthen communication. I would just to talk about the consultation African community agenda. Honestly, first of all, if we want to really strengthen communication, I want to first them because I'm looking at different partners, partners that are really in collaborating with the youth, but have strengthened youth structure that are being involved in this, and I think to really make it a success. We are looking at like Action Aid, partners like Restless Development, Uganda Youth Network, and then the African Union Youth Envoys Office itself. So I'm thinking if we can have all these strengthened channels come together, really and into share these messages, supporting each, bring the young people or the communities of the young people living the work only to the center or to the all over. So I think it's first of all positioning ourselves is really, and that's why I'm still applauding the team on these consultations. If we could bring more partners on board, we can first of all map partners that are really engaging youth constituencies, partners that have strengthened youth structures. If of them on, we can go to achieve or reach out to more young youth and young people in East Africa and also in Africa as a continent. Thank you. Over to you.
All right, thank you. And thank you for also shining a light on our colleagues that we are working very closely with to deliver the East African Youth Agenda. And now we have our friends that have joined us. My colleague Kemi has joined us. Kemi, can you just say a quick hello to our viewers?
Hi everyone. I don't know if you can hear me. All right. Hi. My name is Kemi, and I am glad to be joining you. The conversation is very serious today. I like the direction we are taking. I am tuning in from Kampala, Uganda. Thanks.
Okay, Dennis, are you able to hear us now? Okay, so we shall catch up with the rest. Joel, are you able to hear us?
Hello, I'm here.
Great. Joel, is there a day you
Yes.
join us without being on the road? You're always moving.
No, I'm in the office. I'm in the office. Yes,
Okay,
hello.
great.
My name
All
is
right.
Carlos, and I'm from Uganda, Kavalagala, Kasanga, and I'm part of the African Chapter Hustlers, African Chapter Hustlers Uganda chapter, and I'm happy to be here in this session. Nice to meet you all.
Great. You're most welcome, Joel. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
And
you.
now we shall very quickly jump into the big conversation of the day. And like I told you before, is that we are discussing the creation of the East African Community Youth Agenda, and this is a creation towards the East Africa we want. The intention of the agenda is largely to form the East Africa that young people want. And for those of you who know, who have been following the integration process in East Africa, you know very well that the East African community integration is hinged on our people-centered nature, that it is supposed to be driven by people. And it is also true that young people constitute the majority of the population of the EAC. So if we are to see a true output of the integration process, then we need to have young people at the center of driving that process. And towards that, we have realized that a couple of things have been happening. The EAC Secretariat and even the member states, that in our various countries, in Kenya, in Uganda, in the Republic of South Sudan, and I see my brother Manuel Saulo here. He says, "Good morning, Ivan. Greetings from South Sudan." Good morning, Saulo. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are always happy to have you. We also see you, Shali. You say you're from Mauritius. Thank you for tuning in. When you tell us where you're tuning in from, we also want to hear what is happening there, so that we keep in touch. And the intention of our weekly check-ins is so that we know what is happening on which end of the continent, and how can we as young people support by either shining a light on the good that is happening, or creating awareness on a cause that is going on, so that we keep in touch and keep that conversation going, keep that unity and that connection as young people. But now I'm coming back to the elephant in the room, is the East African Community Youth Agenda. And I just want to, first of all, I was trying to explain to you what constitutes this agenda. And a quick background. The EAC Youth Agenda consultations were launched last year during the EAC Manifest, the ULEAD Summit, okay? And that was in Arusha, Tanzania, at the EAC Secretariat. As you can see from the poster I have shared, it was launched by His Excellency Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete, former President of the Republic of Tanzania, and he was flanked with the EAC Youth Ambassadors. On the left, Ambassador Clemence from Rwanda. On his immediate right. On his immediate left, it is Ambassador Elias from Kenya, and then I am on the far left, and I am definitely the ambassador from Uganda. And the intention is for us to co-create a document that can guide policymakers into creating policies and interventions that are, first of all, youth specific, but are also interventions that are requested for and recommended by the youth, because many a times young people across the region have been having that concern of, okay, a lot is being done, but we are not consulted. So we are trying to change that cycle by making sure that young people are now the ones that are recommending what has to be done. All right. And definitely, like I said, I know our colleagues and partners from the rest of Africa, you might want to say, why is it only specific to Africa? But we are scaling it up. And before you know it, we shall be creating a similar intervention for SADC, for ECOWAS, for ECAS in Central Africa, and then for the North and the Horn of Africa. But for now, this year, as a pre-summit activity, we are conducting these consultations. And the consultations are going to be country specific. So we are going to be having them not at a regional level, like some people have been advocating for on our socials, but so that we have output that is tangible, but also output that has more youth voices. We prefer that let us go country by country so that the young people in Kenya can share their experiences and their needs. The young people in South Sudan can do the same. And just to throw more light, that we are going to be having 2 countries per day. And for example, I have shared the conversations that we are going to be having with the Republic of Kenya. Kenya is happening tomorrow, the 28th of September, and the consultation for Kenya is happening at 11 a.m. So my colleagues and friends from Nairobi, from Nakuru, from Mombasa, wherever you are in Kenya, your opportunity to register for the check-in is today. I mean, not the check-in, but the consultations. And what that then does is that you will be part of the team that co-creates the EAC Youth Agenda. And you can also say that, no, I have ownership towards that document because I contributed towards what we as young people need. And I have just shared with you the link for our colleagues in Kenya to be able to register and be part of the conversation tomorrow. But the other conversation that is happening tomorrow is the conversation for the Republic of Uganda. And Uganda is happening again tomorrow, but in the afternoon at 2 o'clock. And I know that is where our Youth Charter hustlers are most interested in having conversations. Okay, so colleagues from Uganda, I will also quickly be able to share a link that you can use to register for the consultations in Uganda. But now let me bring back the conversation to our colleagues, the Youth Charter hustlers who are in the house. And for example, Maureen, I want to know I have been following the socials of the Youth Charter hustlers. You've done extensive mobilization to ensure that as many young people are part of the consultations tomorrow. I just want to borrow your mind. Why, for example, do you think that this is an event that this is a process that young people should really ensure that they are part of and they have their opinion taken?
Sebastian, first of all, you just told us yourself that they are to the other population. So meaningfully engaging them, first of all, will help, address or maybe include most of the issues, because we are speaking or we are talking to the majority numbers of the population. Also, we also have this saying, nothing for us without. So I think such statements make more sense in such processes, because these are processes that are informing the future, the future development. And I don't know, bringing development, yes, I'll call it development, to a population of people. I think it's to include them from the very first steps. To also, this will also help mitigate future, a lot of concerns flood because they're not always from the very first steps. So it will help us, mitigate a lot of issues that would certainly and over
All right. Thank you.
to you,
Thank you so much.
Sebastian.
And now I see that Rona has joined us. Rona, if you could kindly introduce yourself and the organization you're working for before I tell them exactly you are a very important person joining us right now. Rona, over to you.
Hi everyone. My name is Rona Humuza. I work with Uganda Youth Network. We are based here in Uganda, and I'm happy to meet you all. My apologies. This is a new part of technology that I'm just learning to use.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Rona. And for those that do not know,
I have someone else here, Deborah Chiranga. Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Deborah Chirao, and I work with Uganda Youth Network. Nice to meet you all here.
Okay. Thank you for Rona and Deborah for joining in. And for those that have been following us, you know that Uganda Youth Network, together with National Youth Council of Uganda, are the co-leads of the consortium in Uganda. And it is also important to point out that for the consultations on the EAC Youth Agenda, we shall be partnering definitely with Uganda Youth Network, UNET for Youth in Uganda. We shall be having, of course, the Youth Charter Hustlers. We shall be having the National Youth Council, RDB Uganda, Restless Development, Action Aid, and then PACERS. Okay. That done, Rona, you have joined us when we were in the wee hours of these conversations, because usually this segment takes not more than 30 minutes of the day. So now that you are here, we probably will just request you to make a call to action. What are you telling the young people out there regarding these consultations? And are you encouraging them to participate directly by registering? Are you encouraging them to share their opinions on social media so that probably a team can pick them up? Because Maureen here has been telling us that there is a couple of ways we can use to achieve and get ideas of young people, and one of them is through that communication. Arona, are you hearing me? I see your network is really, really low.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, Rona.
Okay. I didn't get much of what you said. I think my network has challenges. But in regards to the consultative meetings that we have organized to happen tomorrow, circulate the information amongst our network channels through Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and also through phone calls, and encouraging most of our partners and network members to join and participate. And yeah, we are open to other suggestions that can come on board in these few remaining hours, if we can share some ideas in regards to, boosting our mobilization strategies and means to attract as many numbers as we can.
Thank you, Rona. And I just want to add my voice to hers and to all other colleagues. Maureen already mentioned that please be part of this conversation. It is always important to co-own something. Maureen has told us that the saying that we like repeating is that nothing for us without us, right? So the opportunity here for us to be able to create something that is from us, engineered by us, and then co-owned by us. Young people in East Africa, look out specifically for Kenya and Uganda, where the consultations are happening tomorrow. Look out for the links on all our socials today. If you go to the Youth Charter Hustlers, they have shared the links. If you go to Uganda Youth Network on all their social media platforms, they have. The East African Community Youth Ambassadors have. The ULEAD social media platforms have, and all our other consortium members and collaborating entities, the National Youth Councils of all countries, because we are working with all the National Youth Councils. But for now, I want to thank our guests that have made the time to be with us. And our time is fast spent. But before we leave, I just want to, yes, David said, you're from Burundi. Thank you for joining in. Emmanuel Saulo says that South Sudan welcomed Uganda's decision on waiving visa fees for South Sudan citizens. And I hope at the nearest future, South Sudan will replicate the same to Ugandan citizens, and with this, South Sudan will fully implement free movement for EAC citizens. Yes, that was the big news that came out of Uganda about the EAC integration last week, when the minister, the second deputy prime minister, and the minister in charge of the EAC, the minister, I think it's called the Ministry of East African Community Affairs, the Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, came out and announced that effective 1st October, the Uganda will no longer be requiring South Sudanese to have visas to be able to enter Uganda. And remember, this is following Kenya's decision sometime in July to also waive visa applications for the Republic of South Sudan. And it is very important, because then we are trying to realize the requirements of the free movement protocols that have been effected at the EAC level. And it also encourages that young people from South Sudan can now freely move. Of course, everyone else, because they're specific to home moves, provided you are a citizen of an East African community country. But for us, our interest is around young people, and giving them more mobility with ease helps us so much as young people, and it goes a long way towards promoting intra-trade, inter-trade within the region, but also the relationship that we want to have, where we are a one East Africa and a one young people across the continent. All right. Thank you so much, colleagues, for joining us today. And now is the time for us, I think, to say goodbye. And on this check-in, we have an interesting way of saying goodbye. So you say goodbye you tell us your local language, and then you say goodbye in your local language. The intention is for us to appreciate the diversity that is all over. All right, I think I'll start with you, Rona.
Thank you do I say that in my language as well?
Exactly.
Oh. Okay. Mwebale mnonga nashemererwa kubareba aha vidieji mwena msibeji.
Which language is that?
I will have to get another different session to make you understand.
But
that is Lunyachitara from the Western region. It's hard to separate these days which one is Ruchiga, Lunyankole, Rutoro, so yeah.
One of these days, someone is going to mention a language I actually know. Thank you. Emmanuel Saulo from South Sudan has said that in Arabic, we say Masalam. So today my checkout is in Arabic, Masalam. Okay, I'm coming to you, Maureen.
I'm Chiga from Ruchiga district, and that is a new district that has been been set by the district. We say okay. I would say
All right.
Bye.
Over to Deborah.
Deborah, yes.
Thank you so much, everyone. bino kambyogere mu Luganda yamwe Muganda mwebale nnyo. I see someone is happy. Mwebale nnyo mwenna mwenna abaddewo mweno meeting musiibe bulungi Mukama abakuume. Amina.
Finally, something I can tell. And then Prosper said, Prosper has said Musibenje. Prosper, we need to know what Musibenje. Okay, that has already mentioned. All right, David, are you there?
Oh yes. Asanteni sana, mwebale munonga, musiveje, all that. Thank you so much. And to the African youth, let's meet up tomorrow 2 p.m. Please don't miss. It's going to be big, and your ideas are really key to push this agenda. So thank you so much. Asanteni sana. Yeah. Bye-bye.
David never misses an opportunity to show off his linguistic abilities, and we are always happy to hear them. Joel, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm Ita from Uganda, and with Manoi. How are you? Thank you.
All right. Since everyone has been threatening us with languages that I do not understand, I will now join my colleagues in West Africa, and I say merci beaucoup, au revoir.